2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the...
Fletcher Cox on the tackle. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Ryan. And this one is incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. He usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against it, 3rd and 5. Here's Ryan. He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And a short pickup to about the 25. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll give to Falk up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Now Warner. And that will be incomplete.
That was a first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. Fielded just inside the 20. A 55-yard punt that time with a return of about 14. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal. Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or a man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Running straight ahead, Taylor. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. And that is caught downfield by Beckham. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
What we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front, the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And his kick here is good. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it first and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. They'll go right back to the ground with Falk. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because When you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Throw left side complete. That's Watkins. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
And that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Jaguars.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Jaguars 10, Chargers 0.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Ryan to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Ryan. He rifles one that's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Well, I mean, it hadn't been a picture-perfect first half for this defense to this point, but that's a big play to get them right back in the ballgame.
And I think that changes their mind frame. Now they're saying to themselves, hey, we're still in this. And even though our offense hasn't done anything, we've had our troubles on our own right, we still made a play right there that could change the course of this game. Great job delivering.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Chargers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Now a give inside for Falk. Shreds him with a stiff arm. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down.
And the Chargers First down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
On the give, here's Fall. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Tackle made back at the 39-yard line.
Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Here's Warner. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Micah Parsons.
And the Jags are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They go to the ground again with Taylor.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 47 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They go play action with Ryan. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Grant Delpit.
And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
So they get the interception, and almost as importantly, a big return after that.
And who was the guy that saved the touchdown, partner? The guy who threw the interception. A lot of times, he just gives it the old...
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. It's their quarterback with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Chargers have moved out in front.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is now 14-10. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. So that every pass is also contested well. So give some credit to the defense.
On third down, Ryan going for the deep ball. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Chargers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked them off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared, had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Play action. It's Warner. Looking deep for Adams. Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
It's a gain of 64 yards. And the Chargers first down. First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
It'll be Warner on first down. Here's back-to-back catches for Davante Adams. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. To throw, Warner. The slant connects with Davante Adams. And the Chargers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. On the handoff, this is Falk. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. A great effort there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes it a 21-10 game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to pour the word Smokey into Bandit lyric. They got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Now it's Ryan. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again, 3rd and long now. Ryan. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. From the shotgun, Ryan. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. throw again. And it'll be intercepted. And the Chargers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
A play fake. Now Warner. Looking deep for Adams. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They gave it a shot with a deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
The left side throw complete to Adams. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Charger drive about to get going. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. There he goes, right side. 30, 10, and all the way in for a Charger touchdown. So that run there, yeah, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see.
And the thing that stood out to me was his ability to continue through the initial contact. How many times do we see runners get slowed up and not get what they can on a run because of that first contact? But he kept the compass pointing in the right direction, kept the legs churning, and turned this into a huge play.
And you can see on the next-gen stats here, his total distance covered close to 90 yards that time. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Ryan. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. He's at the 40, the 20. Touchdown. And I think it's safe to say we won't call many touchdown passes longer than that this year, partner.
No, I would agree with that totally. And right now, you're looking at an offensive coordinator Conservative would not go next to his name. Risk taker, definitely, because he valued the opportunity to create a big play against what could have been disaster if they end up getting sacked or fumbling the ball in the shadow of their own goal line.
So the Jags will keep the offense out there as they'll decide to go for 2. To throw for it is Ryan. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
Well, this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Now Warner. He's got his man, Gates. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a 1st down throw. Warner looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Adams.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 38-yard line.
To throw on 2nd down, Warner. And it's complete to Adams. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Back to Taylor on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 38, Ryan. And my goodness, another interception. And the Chargers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. Now here's a throw that's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run on 3rd down with Falk. And he's got room. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Third quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Warner to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Warner. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing up.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Jags are right back in this football game. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now, because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed the quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys?
And now here is another interception. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken at the goal line. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. He'll get just a yard on the scramble in 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest game we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
And Ryan's throw complete to Freiermuth. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of 7. And the Jaguars first down.
first down. Ryan. And my goodness, another interception. And the Chargers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this two-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost like they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 25 yards that time.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
They should have put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
In motion is the tight end Gates. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being and this is caught. He's got a touchdown. Brandon Ayuk, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Chargers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will bump the lead up to 26. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Ryan. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jaguars are able to cut into that deficit. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game.
Chargers 42, Jaguars 23.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 18-yard line.
That go, and looks like he'll throw here. Looking deep for Adams. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Ryan. He's going to let it fly. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Touchdown, Jacksonville.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late. That they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got plenty of cash.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Warner. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
On 2nd down, Warner. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Chargers, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year.